What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Travis. This is TWA Motorsports. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, but today is kind of a crappy day for me, and we're going to talk about why everything's broken. So the Trans Am, obviously, I took it apart, so that's my bad, but the other two cars up in this garage, the Vette and the Cadillac, which I haven't done a lot of stuff on, are also broken. So today we're going to talk about what it is that's broken on them. We're going to talk about what I'm going to have to do to fix them. And well, it's kind of some bad news. I haven't been wanting to work on these, and we'll get into more of that later, but I've been working on my Sierra out there, and it's starting to come along. But today I want to focus on what is wrong with these. So it's more of an update video on what I'm going to be doing. And well, let's get the Cadillac out of the way, and you'll be able to see the first issue, which is what we're going to talk about first. That's the Cadillac. And well, let's move it out of the way. Now that the Cadillac's out of the way, you can see my mess from the Trans Am over there, but you see this mark right here. So this is from the rear strut on the CTSV. So when I put the lowering kit on this car, I talked about the rear strut was bad, and to be quite honest with you, I have never aligned the car because I knew I was going to replace the strut before I got it aligned. So this is what's wrong with the Cadillac. It's not a big deal. None of the other struts are leaking, but that rear strut is leaking, and it's kind of an expensive part. So to buy it from GM, the part is like $500. Now there's a lot of other places you can get it, but this is going to be something that we're going to have to fix, and obviously the car needs to be aligned. So it is starting to warm up. My wife is wanting to start driving this car, so we need to start maybe tying up some loose ends on the Cadillac, which is going to start with me replacing the strut and getting the car aligned. So that's why you haven't seen any Cadillac videos, guys. There's some other stuff that I want to do to this car. I'm not going to get real crazy. It's not going to be like my Trans Am or my Corvette, but anyway, this needs to be fixed. So stay tuned in future videos, because we're obviously going to talk about how I'm going to fix it, what I'm going to replace it with, and where I'm going to get the parts. So now let's move on to the Corvette, and we'll talk about what's going on with it. So the last time I drove the Corvette was actually on Christmas Day, and I'm sure you guys, if you're new to the channel, you might not know, but if you're not new to the channel, you saw this video. So that was a lot of fun, taking my mom, dad, and brother for a ride, but the car did break. So it didn't break like it left me stranded or anything like that, but I noticed that I started to smell some oil. And what I think that I have done, and I haven't confirmed this, but I'm pretty sure that I pushed out the rear main because I am running a sealed catch can. So let this be a lesson to any of you guys that are building one of these cars or putting in any kind of boost to a car. You need a vented catch can. So I'm obviously going to have to replace this. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to clean this all up. I'm going to retorque the pan and anything that, you know, oil could have leaked out of. I'm not 100% sure that it's a rear main, but based on where most of the oil is, I'd say that it's probably not going to be able to fix it, but we're going to try. So the two things that we're going to be doing in the future on this car is we're going to replace that catch can that is not vented with a Mighty Mouse vented catch can, and we're going to try to retorque this, clean it all up, and it is all over my exhaust. You can see it dripping on the exhaust here. It went all the way down the car. So there's going to be a lot of cleanup involved in this, and hopefully we can at least drive it, because taking the rear main seal out is a major undertaking. It's not that it's hard, it's just that there's so much to remove, because you have to remove the rear end, you have to remove the torque tube, and then you have to remove the clutch, which when I do that, I will be putting a clutch in. I'm not gonna take all this apart, have access to the clutch and not put a clutch in. This is still on the factory clutch and it's on borrowed time anyway, but we're gonna attempt to clean it up, and obviously that'll be a future video, so you guys are gonna wanna stay tuned for that. But other than that, guys, the Trans Am, as you can tell, is starting to come along. I still have a ton of parts here that obviously are gonna go on it, and that's gonna be an ongoing deal because we're gonna be constantly working on the Trans Am. But I did not want to have to work on these cars as well. The Cadillac is relatively simple. The Corvette, we're gonna hope that we can get by with that. Chances are it's not gonna happen. I'd say it's about a 90% chance that that's not gonna fix the issue, but that'll be a bigger install. And to be honest with you, I probably would have fixed this first had I not already taken the Trans Am apart. But I don't want a ton of stuff cluttered up in the garage. It's already bad enough. This makes me crazy to have all this stuff lined up on this wall. It looks tacky, and frankly, that's just not how I am. I want everything nice and neat, and so I'm not going to tear another car like the Corvette apart to fix when I've got this huge project behind me. Now, once this gets a little closer, or even it's running, then yeah, I'll tear into the Corvette. And like I said, I'm gonna do this in the meantime just to see if that might fix it. That would be really awesome if it would. But the only other thing, guys, is my 52 Chevy. I went to pick my son up the other day from school. I thought I'd drive it, and the battery was dead. So it just seems like everything is broken, or I'm working on everything at all times. And honestly, I want to drive some stuff. I haven't been doing any driving videos. I haven't talked about any of the cars. Haven't been able to drive them. And when you work on cars all the time and never get to experience the fun, well, it kind of sucks. And so frankly, I'm tired of that. I'm ready to get on with driving. I want to drive something. So the cool thing is, like I said, the Cadillac will be an easy fix, but hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. Make sure you stay tuned to see what we do with the Trans Am, how we fix the Cadillac, how we fix the Corvette, whether it's the easy fix or the long fix. I'm gonna post a video on all of that, guys. If you do like this stuff, please smash that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, go down, hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you're notified every time we drop a new video. And well, stay tuned to see if we can finally get one of these things on the road.